I am so excited to be covering FCS this season. It is going to be really, really cool to see the changes that are coming to the series. We've covered a lot of ups and downs of the league over the last 2 years of the channel. Since 2021, it has been a short series, twice a year, with a rotating field of teams. There's not necessarily been set teams as a set league. It's just an opportunity for teams to figure out if they've got what it takes to take that next big step and take that semi-pro to amateur level that we see a lot across the country. And we even covered them on the channel last year with an attempt at promotion and relegation within their series and tinkering around with the dynamics of these teams and the levels of these teams and their play styles and where they fit in a potential ladder within a region of the Midwest. Unfortunately, that did not work out. And we also saw an attempt to expand the field that even is admitted on their recently relaunched website, saw some stutters as well. But through that process, we see that FCS has found some really great mainstay teams, and I cannot wait to tell you guys about it. You know, last year, I didn't cover as much as I probably should have about FCS. They did make some great strides through a couple of those stumbling points. We saw a team hosting games outside of the arena for the first time since the inception of FCS, and the team Midwest United, formerly Migos, who has seen a couple of victories within the FCS format of the series. This year has some really amazing big changes, and it starts with that field of teams. Again, we see an expansion of teams. This expansion of teams looking much more robust than they did in the past, and it starts with the addition of Grand Rapids Ole. That's right. If you guys have been following this channel at all, you know we are really good friends with the guys over at Ole. We've done some pregame shows for them in a kind of a fun format, just kind of being goofy and trying to bring a little more exposure to that team. And you guys know that Grand Rapids Ole won the NFPL championship last year. So in a lot of ways, and a lot of conversations I've had over the course of the summer through this shift from league to league, now that it's finally announced, a lot of people have taken note that the NFPL champs have decided not to defend their title and move on to other challenges. So we will be seeing them take their participation to FCS, a major coup in the U.S. landscape to see this shift. And then we also see another former NFPL team in the form of Jinga Futsal Sala, now just Jinga for short, after some recent rebranding and a beautiful new logo. And Jinga spent 2 years in NFPL. Last year, they took a little break. They did not participate in the amateur scene in a formal way. They did a lot of friendlies over last winter, and the head of their team, Satoru, is now looking to get back into the futsal scene and take this FCS by storm. He's really excited to grow the sport of futsal. I think he has a lot of great ideas and a lot of great fundamentals about him and the way that he runs that team. This is going to be a really professional add to FCS. So now that we're seeing this expansion to the field, it's two really good quality teams that have been around for a long time. We know that they have quality. We know they have longevity. And it's going to be really, really good for the health of the league moving forward. They're going to be joining the existing field from last year, Midwest United, of course, Lansing City, being the ones that host this league. We also see, of course, Midwest United, who has been another mainstay within the league since 2021. And then we see Detroit Imperial. After talking with Davide and Pierce over there at their club, the two guys running the club there, they are exclusively running with FCS this year and will not be doing double duty like they did last year. So it's going to be curious to see how that changes things. They are defending FCS champs. So what's even more cool about looking ahead to this season is we have two champions with a regular schedule where they're going to be seeing each other twice for the year and more than likely in the playoffs as well. So really exciting stuff coming out of the field of teams that exist. That's not where the surprises end. If you guys have followed any of the live streams, particularly me and Luke are kind of ad-libbing on our own about our opinions on futsal, you know that we have strongly advocated for FCS to take on streaming, much like NFPL, and I am pleased to announce to you guys that that is happening, and our very own Luke is going to be helping make that happen for FCS, setting up a similar format to what he's done for other leagues in the United States. So I am so excited to say, when I look at all the things that are changing in FCS, one of those things is the support behind it, with additional people and volunteers helping make this league become something even more special. So I'm really, really excited to see Luke's work, especially under the branding of FCS and the way that they market this thing. It's going to be really, really exciting. Why are we now going to this streaming format? Well, now we have a regular season. So this is the even more exciting part, is that the series is expanding outside of Lansing, not only just in that experimental version of the games that were played at Midwest United, but there will be home and away regular season matches for a total of 10 games amongst these 6 teams each to see who is the best. So we're really taking on that more formal format, making it feel like a true regular season, and then the top 4 teams will be duking it out during the playoffs here at the end of March, which we will certainly be covering here on the channel. So you guys may be wondering, why all these changes? How does Jake know so much about what's going on? Well, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail of this video, there are 2 mystery adds to the FCS staff. Luke, of course, as I mentioned, being one to help with the streaming and formatting that ability to stream from all of these buildings, regardless of where they're at, and hopefully bring a quality stream to you guys by working with these teams and planning ahead. But also, we have a new director of operations for FCS. It's a neutral party, which is something that has been asked for in the U.S. futsal community for a long time. You guys know this person very, very well. It's me. So I've decided to join FCS after many conversations with the league owners over the summer, and I really buy into what they're doing. I think that they have a really great platform. I think they have a really great structure to the league that enables the teams and gives them a chance to grow. I'd really buy into what's going on here. Now, you guys have heard from me several times on the channel that one of the things that makes this channel, in my opinion, unique is I have no ties to anyone. I'm a neutral party. I'm a third party. I get to say what I want. I get to say what I'm thinking in the time. Sometimes it's wrong, and I have to come back and correct myself or apologize. You know, fortunately, we haven't had to do that too much, but I have had some bad takes on this channel before, but I've been able to speak my mind with 0 repercussions. So you're probably wondering, Jake, why are you tying yourself to a league now, knowing that that's something that makes this channel special? I just really believe in what FCS is doing right now. I think that with my mantra, especially since CONCACAF, of talking about owning a backyard and making a difference in futsal, this is an opportunity for me to put my money where my mouth is and try and help with this league. What's most exciting about it is I will still have the freedom to handle this YouTube channel in the way that I always have and be very outspoken as I have in the past. And I think what's even more exciting is I'll be able to kind of pull you guys in within reason behind the scenes of what happens with these leagues and maybe where these hangups are within these leagues and why we don't see more sustainable growth. And I really look forward to talking about that in more detail in a fundamental way, and not so much in a philosophical way and playing games with you guys, but you know, where it makes sense and when announcements can be made. I'm going to be extremely transparent with you guys and really cover FCS in full. And we're going to kind of take this ride together on the channel, which is super exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that and collaborating with FCS, not only with the showcase, but now with their league as well. So as far as any concerns about this channel goes, or as far as, you know, our involvement with FCS, business as usual here on the channel. I will still cover NFPL. I will still cover other things that happen in the United States as they come. I will still keep a neutral mind about those things. I will not be critical just because I have now tied myself to a camp. You guys can count on that. If you ever think that I've deviated from that, feel free to mention it in the comments. I want to make sure you guys feel like you're getting the straight story from me and my straight opinion. If I'm being unfair, you just have to say so. You guys already know that. So I'm really looking forward to evolving through this channel and, of course, more importantly, seeing what FCS has to offer with these big changes. Seeing all this vision come together really made me buy into what was happening. And when the opportunity came for me to help with it, it made perfect sense to do so. So I hope that the folks at FCS, that I do them proud and prove that that they've made the right decision in trusting me. I hope you guys get to see a little more insight into why the futsal landscape is the way it is in the United States and really talk about the concepts that are holding futsal back. So I think it'll make this channel a little more dynamic in the long run. And then, of course, I want you guys to, when the time comes, keep an eye out for the FCS YouTube channel. We're going to be doing some interviews with the team owners and coaches from each team leading up to the regular season. So you guys will be able to get to know these teams a little bit better. I will be making a community post here in our channel. I'd like that to exclusively be with FCS and help them build up their audience. I encourage you guys to please go check them out. And of course, check out the website that has just recently relaunched and check out the schedule that has been posted and circle some dates on the calendars that you guys are most excited for. And tell me in the comments after you go there, what are you guys most excited about with FCS? What do you think this does to the futsal landscape in the United States? And if you guys want to hear more about my summer experience with all these things that have happened with all my conversations. I'm going to do that within reason as well, for respect for the people I did have conversations with. But I do want to have a topside view conversation about that if you guys are interested. If that needs to be another video, make sure to sound off below in the comments. And until I hear your guys' opinion, then don't forget to play with your soul.